I ain't about to play. I mean business. My hands make fart noises.
Petty. Most of these bitches is petty.
Today's video is sponsored by Manscaped. Is your significant other's balls a biohazard? Is going down a form of corporal punishment? Has 50 Shades of Grey turned into 50 Shades of Green? Introducing Manscaped's third generation body trimmer. They have just released the new Lawnmower 3.0. The Lawnmower 3.0 is a trimmer for groin and body grooming. It comes with a charging dock and 90 minutes of battery life when fully charged. It features a light to see all those nooks and crannies and anti-tug adjustable trimmer guards so that you can slide and glide on this bad boy with no fear. When you purchase the Perfect Package 3.0 kit, you will also get some additional items. Two of my personal faves, the Crop Preserver, which is an anti-chafing ball deodorant, as well as the Crop Reviver, which is a ball toner and refresher. And let me just tell you, I have done my own extensive research in order to make sure if it really does stay fresh, and ladies, it stays fresh. Get 20% off plus free shipping plus 2 free gifts when you purchase the Perfect Package 3.0 kit with my code PETTYP20 at manscaped.com. Just remember, nobody wants hairy little goose eggs in their mouth. So if you want to gargle them balls like mouthwash, then get your significant other to invest in Manscaped's Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you. And from me to you, so will your wife.
And then another. And then another.
Kaboom! Guess who mobbed up in the room? Fuck the product, squad up with the clone. I'm a night wolf, live on the moon. Got my own rule, I can't live by the rule. What you couldn't do, or what you couldn't do. I'll be more blue, let me with the crew. Oh, and I'm looking for a party, yo. I mean, I want to go with the parties go.
I really rock on any block.
First step, they say your right hand. Next step, they say your left hand. And then they put both hands on the air. And then they show me the migraine skank. Blood, I wanna see the migraine skank.
This goes to show you that you can be, I'm genuinely out of breath, that you can lose weight but have no physical fitness. Woo! That shit took it out of me! Hi guys, it's your girl Paige, back at it again with yet another video for you hoes. Right, today we're not doing drama, we're doing commentary. And we're going to be talking about something that is sweeping the world, and that is the coronavirus.
So those moves signal that the epidemic's momentum may now be shifting outside of China.
Now, what was the point of me doing my makeup? Look at the state of this. Now, I might not be the smartest person on the whole entire world, see, but I'm a person who is assertive. I'm a person who cares about preventative action. I am a person who is not finna let her family die. No, sorry. So I'm gonna be tackling the coronavirus the only way that I know how. According to major news outlets yesterday, the coronavirus has made its way into America and it could possibly turn into a pandemic. Nobody wants to say that, but that's where I think it's going.
As the market's reaction to the outbreak causes concern for many of us overseas, the situation there is already very serious. More countries in Europe have confirmed cases, most of those patients having traveled to Italy, where the number of confirmed cases there is now 322, with at least 10 people killed by the virus.
Trump is tweeting some useless shit. I mean, when is he not? And this virus has now found its way into countries that I know from the European Union, such as Italy and Tenerife.
Yeah, it's not great, to be honest, no.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough. We've just had a note under our door yesterday morning and we've been in our room ever since, really.
There's also locusts in Southeast Africa, completely unrelated, but the world is just going to shit. Anyway, I had a a feeling that this was going to make its way over to the UK, and it was only a matter of time, and we were just like sitting ducks. Boris Johnson has been absolutely no help besides sending his kindest and warmest regards over to the people in China. I mean, that's nice, let's send our prayers and thoughts, but how are we going to stop this from entering our country? The NHS are saying that they are more than prepared to deal with this situation, which I struggle to believe because the NHS can't even prepare for snow. And don't get me wrong, I work for the NHS, I'm an ambulance dispatcher, but we fall apart when things don't go to plan. Let's keep that all the way 100. So I have no faith. I have no faith in no one. People are being quarantined. People are being told they can't leave countries. People are stuck in China. People can't leave these Asian countries. We are just in one massive big pickle. And all I thought was, what's going to happen? And I felt it. I felt it in my soul. What was going to happen is that eventually they were going to quarantine the UK into their houses. And I felt it last night. I don't know what it was. After hearing everything that happened in the US and some European countries being exposed to it all, I just felt it in my soul. I was like, people are going to panic shop like it's Black Friday, bitch. I'm sorry. I am not getting trampled. We are not getting into a stampede because anybody who comes in between me and my family is finna catch these hands. So I did the only thing that I could think of, which was to get ahead of the curve, to get all of the supplies it is that I need to keep me and my family running for the next 2 months. Which means that if we are quarantined within our home for whatever reason, we could be like doomsday preppers on Netflix and we will have our shit together on lock because no virus is finna come for the Nicholson family, and that's on A1, that's on period, sis, on period. We are not finna fight the Nicholson family today on period, sis. So I decided to fight this the only way that I know how. As a Virgo, the most anal of all the signs, but I don't do anal, I decided to organise and prepare and make sure that my family could survive for 2 whole months without having to leave my house. The good thing about my second job being YouTube is the fact that I don't need to leave my house in order to make money. So we went shopping, bitch. All of this stuff, and there's 2 more bags in my living room, all of this stuff came to less than £200. I don't know if it's going to help somebody. I don't know if I'm panic buying. I don't know if the coronavirus is something to be worried about, but I am making sure no matter what, I'm going to do my best as a mother to keep me and my family safe. The good thing about the coronavirus, which is kind of like a good and bad thing, I'm going to be honest, it's not great, but it's also not good, as it doesn't seem to be attacking the young. Very few cases of young people passing away or becoming very ill or extremely critically ill due to the coronavirus. It seems to be attacking the older. I don't feel as if it's as scary for my daughter as it is going to be for obviously myself and Gareth, but either way, she's prepared. We got the nappies over there, bitch. She's prepared and we're prepared. If we need to stay in this house, that's what the fuck we're finna do, bitch. But also, more than anything, jeez, I am sweating. I have got to go to the gym. Paid for that gym membership, not been but once. But even if not for nothing, if worst comes to the worst and the coronavirus doesn't make its way over to my little town of Wakefield, then at the very least, we have got food to survive us regardless. And if you're not a person who stockpiles pantry goods, then this could be the video for you, because you never know when a situation, an outbreak or quarantine inside your house, you never know when a situation like this could happen, and you never know what the future can hold. And I want to make sure that my family continue to, I'm a doomsday prepper, call it whatever the hell it is, sis.
Some people think I'm obsessed, but if something happens, I win this game. People that aren't prepared, they lose this game.
I want to make sure that my family can survive regardless. So this is my coronavirus haul, bitch. Let me go get those 2 other bags. Woo! Let me show you what it is that I've got. Okay, yeah, I just had a look, and apparently this is a thing, so it looks like it's coming to Wakefield. I knew it. I told you I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Okay, so we're gonna go through everything that I decided to get, because believe it or not, this whole thing came to a total of £185.08. And that combined with the food that we have in our freezer and what we've already got in dried foods such as lentils, etc., etc., that should be enough to last us for 2 months. I'm trying to work with what we've already got, sis. I ain't finna play. Let me take these off. Oh, I pulled my wig. My hair hurts. First and foremost, bleach. I'ma bleach the out of the coronavirus. I don't care if it's airborne. I'll bleach the air, sis. We got tuna. I don't even know where I'm going to put all this. Fuck it, we're going to put it on the floor. Tuna. These are tuna in brine. Fruit salad. We got a bunch of these. Because my daughter, she is on hard food. So I thought with fruit salad, she'd be able to have fruit if there's no fresh fruit available because she eats fruit regularly. Kidney beans. I'm black and Jamaican. We use kidney beans all the goddamn time. Also got some Balti cooking sauce. I love to make curries. But if I don't have all of my bits and bobs from my spice cupboard readily available, I can make curries with the frozen corn chicken that we have. We got some ragu. Now I thought with like a tomato base you can make a lot of different things. We can make lasagna, we can make pasta with pasta sauce, we can make bolognese, we can make chili con carne. There's a bunch of different things that you can make with a tomato base, so I wanted to get a bunch of these so that regardless of what tomato base, whatever it is that we're making, we've got something. And if you wanted to go a little less expensive than getting ragu, which is a name brand, you can always get passata. But personally, I don't like the taste of passata. I like to have a little few chunks and herbs and bits and bobs in my sauce. So that's why I got ragu. But you know what you can, whatever you can use multiply and use in various different ways rather than just one way, those are the things that you need to get. I've got some like green pesto, because pasta on its own with pesto with a little bit of cheese is a whole ass meal. I mean, it's a bad meal full of carbohydrates, but it's a whole ass meal, and you can make something like pesto go onto your pasta and last a really long time. If you're into pesto, if you're not into pesto, then fair enough, but I like green pesto. My husband likes green pesto, and this is something that if it comes worse than worse and we've got nothing to put with our pasta, we've always got green pesto. But okay, so with the ragu, I think I got like 6 of these. We've got some Asda Price white lasagna sauce. Like I said, let's make lasagna. Also in my cupboard already, we have these Domio pasta bakes. We already have a bunch of these already, but what I suggest is, once again, you can put this with pasta, whole ass meal, sis. It's got cream and tomato in it. You can make something similar to this with canned goods if you would like, but we've got loads in this cupboard. Like, honestly, in this cupboard, this pantry cupboard over here, there is lots and lots of different stuff. We have got condensed milk coming out of our arsehole.
What?
Smash. Now, I don't like powdered mashed potatoes, but I do eat mashed potatoes quite frequently, and trust and believe, if I need mashed potatoes, I'm going to be using Smash. Also, Smash is really good for me to blend for my daughter as well. In fact, can she eat this? Okay, so there's 0.17 grams of salt, so that's perfectly fine for her. I've got beef stock, chicken stock, fish stock, every kind of stock that you could think of. I also like to pick up these things, which are like quinola, or people will say it's not quinola, it's Enola? I can't remember how you pronounce that.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Quinola, and I also have like a bunch of these lentils, but I've also got a bunch of dried pasta, bunch of rice, and a bunch of like different kinds of beans, like red lentils, black lentils, black-eyed peas, all of these kind of things that can provide protein so that we can mix into our food. Even if it's like not the most nicest thing in the whole entire world, we can mix it into our food to make sure that we're still getting nutritionally everything that it is that we need. We need our bones to be strong. We need our bodies to be strong. We need to be able to survive regardless of what the hell happens out on the outside. Pretty much it for what's inside that. All that we've got is just multiples of the same shit. So when I went shopping, I was buying 6, 5, 10, whatever it is that we needed that I felt that we could have to get through. We also got these canned chili con carne. I don't know why. I panicked. Does it look appetizing? The fuck it does. Can I make chili con carne perfectly fine? Yes, I can. Why did I buy it? Because it was less than 50 pence. And I ain't finna play. We got chunky soup. This is a beef and vegetable soup, which is good for Fifi as well because these tend to be low in salt also. 0.52 grams per 100 grams, which is, how many grams is this? This is 400 grams, so a quarter of this, which is more than enough for a small meal for her. We've got rice pudding. Lord knows, Fifi likes rice pudding. I like rice pudding. Everybody likes rice pudding. It's nice and sweet as well, so it's something that if somebody's feeling a bit fruity, a bit sweet, so that's something that they can have. Baked beans. I usually do the Heinz Branston beans. I just find them a lot nicer, but stockpiling. I haven't got time to be spending on Heinz and Branston and making sure that it's like, you know, the perfect fucking blend. No, we're going for the basic stuff. If I want to spice it up, I've got a whole spice shelf. We'll be fine. We've got new potatoes. Now, these are new potatoes in water. Now, I really like using these new potatoes in water in general because they're really easy for me to mash up for Fifi when I'm making her meals and stuff like that. I love using these. However, these are like literally 20 pence a pop. Carbohydrates, if you just want to like stockpile a bunch of these to make sure that your family can have enough carbs or whatever, this is the stuff. This is the stuff. They're really small, they come in water, they're already pre-peeled as well, so literally you can put it in a blender, make some mash, you can chop it into up into thin slices, put it on top of some meat or whatever. You got yourself a meat pie or a bake of some kind. You can even chop this up, layer it just on potatoes on its own, a little bit of bacon or whatever, and a little bit of some of that creamy sauce that I was telling you about before. This tomato pasta bake, the creamy tomato pasta bake that I got from Delmia. Put 2 of these together, you've got a whole ass meal. Is it the most nutritional meal in the whole entire world? No. But is it going to make sure that you and your family don't go home and read? The fuck it is, yes! Okay, so I've basically got multiples of everything in here. So we are talking tin after tin after tin after tin after tin because I ain't coming to play with you hoes. Coronavirus, you ain't coming for me, fam. You ain't gonna make my family go crazy out there with the savages on the streets, robbing and looting and polluting. I don't think so. Right, some other things that people don't think of. Deodorant. We got ourselves a bunch of different deodorants. Crackers. I know it sounds silly. Whenever I feel a little bit woozy, this is just due to me having my gastric sleeve surgery. I like to have a cracker on hand. It's something that can settle my stomach without me having to really eat a full meal or whatever. It's not the healthiest practice that I've kind of got used to, but 2-3 cream crackers, I can fill my belly. So cream crackers, boom. Tampons. Think about these kind of things when you're stockpiling. Tampons. If Aunt Flo comes to visit, what are you gonna do? You don't want to use your toilet paper. Tampons, female hygiene. We also got super tampons because we never know when it could be a heavy flow, sis. Toothpaste. Ow. We got ourselves an extra nail brush to make sure that we can keep our hands clean at all times, sis. Teething granules, because Lord knows I ain't finna play with Fionn while she's teething and there's a coronavirus outbreak, because I will leave my house to get some teething granules. Yes, I will. Well, baby, liquid drop vitamins. This is really important because if there is a lack of nutrients, a lack of vitamins with everything that we're able to provide, at least I can make sure that everybody stays topped up and everybody is staying on top of their vitamin intake. So there is vitamin drops for Fionn. We also have some Calpol, just some extra Calpol to have in the house, just in case you get sick for whatever reason. Gets the temperature, something that we can moderate. So we've got Calpol, which is like, what, infant paracetamol or whatever. Men's deodorant. Why is the men's deodorant always blue and the girl's deodorant is always pink? So ridiculous. I even said to my husband when we were at the checkout, I said, why don't you just get the same deodorant? Like, I don't care. He's like, I thought you might want to smell girly. No, I want to smell clean, my nigga. Like, SMA. soy formula. Now I bought multiples of this, like I'm talking batches and batches and batches, because my daughter is lactose intolerant, so she is on a soy milk diet. So when she has dairy, we try our best to keep it soy if possible, or very limited, or a small amount of dairy if any at all. She's like me and the rest of my family, we're all lactose intolerant, so she has to have special soy milk. A big massive 5 kilogram bag of fusilli pasta. Now we have loads of different pastas already inside our cupboards. However, it doesn't hurt to have extra. So we got this massive bag of fusilli pasta. I think we got 2 of those. Spaghetti. These were like less than 20 pence. I'm going to say about 16, 17 pence a pack. Straight spaghetti. Other dried goods. I've got this pasta sauce. Usually what you can do is you can put milk and water with it, but I've actually made these pasta sauces without the milk, because obviously milk goes off and all that kind of stuff. So I've done this pasta sauce before without the milk, and it works quite nice. It's not as creamy, but I've got a bunch of these. I literally took the whole shelf. Like, I've got loads of these, because I can literally make one of these and this will be 2 meals for my tiny tummy. Tomato ketchup. I don't know why. We don't really eat ketchup like that. Multi-surface disinfectant wipes. Now you can use bleach and rags and all that kind of stuff, but I really like the ability to be able to wipe up and throw it in the bin, because I don't want anyone transmitting any kind of infections, whether it's airborne or not. I don't care. We're going to try and keep our house and everything as clean and as cleanly as possible. I ain't got time to play this. Big bags of sugar. I don't know why, because we don't really have sugar like that in the house. But I also bought a bunch of flour, because I got a bunch of bicarbonate soda, so we can have normal plain flour or self-raising flour. Flour is something that people don't really think about. These flour bags were like, what, 16 pence or something like this? But flour is something that people don't really think about, but you can make doughs, you can make cookies, you can make bread, dumplings. Like, there is a plethora of different things that you can use flour for, and it's not until you don't have flour do you realise that you need flour. So flour. Chewable multivitamins, I struggle to swallow. Vitamins, oh, vitamins, you dirty. Paracetamols. Got some hand soap. This is really cheap soap bars from Asda. There's 3 of them. If there's no sanitizer, what are you gonna do? You use your soap. Soap and sanitizer, sis. We got extra cod liver oil tablets, and that's pretty much this bag as well, because everything's pretty much just a multiple of itself. Okay. The next set, so we're going to start from the back. Toilet paper. We got 3 packs of 12 toilet papers. Obviously, we will need significantly more, but it was all that was available at the time. We're going to go and buy some more toilet paper, sis. Baby nappies in various sizes. Who knows if she has a growth spurt. So we've got various sizes of nappies so that our daughter doesn't shit herself, I guess. Hi. More pasta. We've got loads of canned goods. Mushy peas. Lord knows Fionn loves her mushy peas. Mushy peas. Peeled plum tomatoes. We also have peeled chopped tomatoes. Okay, here we have the milk powder. It's very similar to Coffee Mate if you're in the US. I think we have Coffee Mate over here in the UK, but it's just a milk powder that you can use in place of milk. I'm lactose intolerant, but if needs must, I will shit myself, because guess what? I'll be at home. Yeah, this is basically just like another bag full of extra produce. More baby formula. An F-ton of rice. There's like about 7 of these. Each one of these are 1 kilogram. These are about 30 something pence each from Asda. It's just plain long grain rice, but you can never have too much rice. Brilliantly buttery. We don't really go through that much butter, so this should be more than enough butter for all of us. But also you can churn your own butter if you know how.
So it's all work right here.
Yes.
How much longer is this going to take for me to make butter?
Usually takes us all day to make, a stick of butter.
All right, so I'm going to be here for a while, guys, it looks like.
A body soap. We've got sensitive soap bars, because you never know, we could run out of like our wash products and stuff. Like, we go through so much shower gel. How would we wash our bodies? These are about £1 something each from Asda, and there's about 4 bars in there, but at least we'll be able to wash ourselves and stay clean regardless of the situation. Biolute juice, this is double concentrated, no added sugar, so if anyone wants squash, we don't really drink squash that much, and we've actually got plenty inside the cupboards already. Can't hurt yourself to have extra. Most of us drink just the filtered water that comes out of the fridge. We also have these little Mexican kits. I like making Mexican food from time to time, so you got the Mexican enchilada kit, as well as the smoky barbecue kit, and as well as the crispy chicken kit as well. So if I wanted to use some of the corn chicken that we have in the freezer, or any of the chicken that I have frozen already, I'd be able to just make some bits and bobs. We also got extra foil because we ran out. That is pretty much all that I've got thus far, but I will once again preface this. It doesn't seem like there's 2 months worth of food there, but when you compile that with what we already have available in our cupboards, we have got more than enough food to last us. I mean, let's keep it 100. We've got this Magdalene pasta, and then in this massive box we've got various different kinds of pasta, from shells to cannelloni, lasagna sheets. We've got loads of our dry stuff. So we've got like risotto rice, we've got sushi rice, we've got red lentils, giant wholemeal couscous, just regular couscous, dried kidney beans, green lentils. I do like lentils. I love these packets. I definitely suggest investing in them because they last a long time. But these are ready to wok packets. You can get these from Aldi, and there's like a pack of 2 in a bag, and you can put that with like a stir fry mix or a frozen stir fry mix, you know, the ones that come in a bag that you can just put all the vegetables from frozen. Put it with a frozen stir fry mix, a little bit of meat or fake meat like corn, etc., and you've got yourself a stir fry meal. Crunchy granola. I love granola. We have a bunch of these as well. If you don't know what these are like, you put them in the oven and it's like having fresh bread. It's like kind of like partly baked bread, I guess. These are really, really nice, and you can have like crusty carbs. They tend to last a decent amount of time. It's not the best food to stockpile, but it's definitely something to consider if you like having like fresh bread and stuff like that. But this, it has a best before date of the 27th of the 3rd, 2020, so the 27th of March. So this is still gonna last us another month. Nobody's even touched it yet. A bunch of different pot noodles. We've got dried noodles, chili sauce. I mean, even some of my Jamaican faves, like Jamaican breadfruit. If you don't know what breadfruit is, I suggest you try it. It's so nice. But like Jamaican breadfruit in a can. We got loads of different Jamaican foods in can, like ackee and stuff like that. Just anything that can last a really long time. So let's talk about things that I don't have that I am going to get. My husband's father works in the auto trade, so he's able to get us the specific kind of masks it is that we'll need should the coronavirus come to Wakefield, which we found out it already has. Some extra non-bio powder. I've got a family of sensitive skin, so when I'm doing washing, like clothes washing and stuff like that, I want to be able to use a non-bio powder. In terms of cleaning supplies, I am a bit of a neat freak, so my cleaning supply, I've got like 50 billion different kinds of cleaning supplies. I stockpile cleaning supplies because I'm weird like that, so I don't think I need any extra cleaning supplies. But other things like coffee, tea, things like that, if you don't have a lot of it, I am like, sis, my entire cupboard is tea. All over here, sis. This whole section, this corner over here is just tea. Let me take you with me, hold up. Okay. Make sure you got your spices in order. We have loads of different spices. We've got loads of different spices on the spice shelf. We've also got this one here, which is like this rotating one that things always fall off. But we've got loads of different spices. We've got loads of different things like vanilla extracts and all that kind of stuff. If I wanted to bake here, I could bake, sis. These are so good. If you don't want to put all those spices together, you've got these Maggie bags where you can make like Italian herb chicken, Cajun chicken, paprika chicken. There's loads of different variations of it as well. There's this Coleman ones, which is garlic and herb roast chicken. I'm sure they've got one which is like a casserole one. Yeah, the Mediterranean casserole. What's this one up here? Yeah, chicken casserole, all that kind of stuff. Another thing that people don't think about until it's too late, big bottles of oil. You never know when you're gonna need to fry something or whatever. Big bottles of oil. When it comes to nutritional food, of course it's best to get it fresh, but in times like this, you might not be able to get fresh food. I suggest getting those fruit salad tins like I was telling you guys earlier. Honestly, there are so many different things that it is that you guys will need. Hand sanitizers, like get that shit by the bucket load, and just make sure that you are safe. And even if nothing happens from this coronavirus, and so let me put you back. And even if nothing happens from this coronavirus, if nothing happens, nobody gets harmed here in the UK, there's not very few to little casualties in the US, even if nothing else, just to make sure that your family is safe. Because what I realized was that we did not have a backup plan. If the world was to end tomorrow, an apocalypse was to hit us, what would be our backup plan? We didn't have one. And now, regardless of what happens, I feel like we have at least somewhat of a security blanket. Also, whilst I'm thinking about it, make sure that you keep your car topped up on petrol or gas or whatever it is that you guys call it. When a situation this happens, it becomes pandemonium. A lot of my subscribers have already told me, the ones from the US, that they are struggling to get any kinds of supplies because people are just going crazy. And it's about protecting yourself. I made sure that I was ahead of everybody else in the UK. So now I feel like I'm not going to be with the rest of the herd stampeding to make sure that their family's okay. I've already secured the bag, sis. That was today's video. I also wanted to say to all those people who are affected by the coronavirus, this is not supposed to be like a middle finger fuck you to you guys. I am so incredibly saddened by the situation that's happened. I've got my own conspiracy theories, but I'm not that kind of a channel, but I've got my own conspiracy theories about what might be going on. Population control. However, the point of the matter is that lives are being lost due to this pandemic that is happening. And more with environmental changes, such as the situation with the locusts in Southeast Africa, as well as the tornadoes. Is it the EF or the FE5 tornadoes that just keep springing up all over the place? It's making me realise that having backup plans upon backup plans upon backup plans is not the stupidest thing to do. And whereas I used to watch doomsday preppers and think they were all a bit nuts, honestly now thinking about it, I'm just kind of like, maybe there might be a little bit something to that. Make sure you stay safe and make sure you keep your family safe. And until next time, it's been Paige. Bye!
Most of these bitches is petty.